Okay, hi guys. That message that I was able to give you was a brief edited version, that Aries energy, right? Because we were pressed for time there on Zoom. But there is more to the message, and I just feel that I should share it with you. And in keeping with the cards that Jessica was using, I too have a copy of the before and the after tarot. And the card that we received during the Zoom event was the Hermit card. Now, this is the before Hermit, okay? And this is the after Hermit. The important thing to know about what I'm about to say is that even though time is a man-made construct, right? We will have to look at life from a frame of reference as the before times and the after times when it comes to COVID. Everything that we knew or everything that we did before, okay, has been altered. We are in effect kind of between times, if that makes any sense. Everything is frozen. Everything is stagnated on the surface. But the truth is, we are not isolated, nor are we stagnant, nor is it a time of standstill. Looking at the before card, we see the Hermit there, actively placing his star into the lamp. And this to me represents the idea of all of those dreams and hopes and things that we were doing before, right? There is the Ouroboros symbol there. It was just a continuity of everyday life. The Hermit does rule Virgo, and Virgo is about your daily life. It is about, your work, your sleep, what you eat. Are you exercising? Are you taking care of yourself? Is what you are actually doing on an everyday basis, is it healthy for you or is it toxic to you? Do you enjoy working your job? Does it fulfill you and give you, make you feel well, or does it make you feel ill? Do you not feel aligned with that? Right? So this was us before. Even though we may have had those questions before, because life was going at a smooth, regular pace or normal pace, these were not things we may have questioned them, but we didn't really give it a whole lot of weight. Well, now we are in a frame of reference in which we get a moment to reassess those things. And in a sense, we're going to get a chance to reset all of the things in our lives, okay, that perhaps were not in our highest good. Now, does that mean you're going to quit your job and find the perfect job? I don't know. You may, right? Or you may find a different way to look at what you're doing now so that it is more in line with who you are at this particular moment. I think for me, out of the three cards, this one speaks the most. Because as I was saying on the Zoom event, he's holding that lamp so that he can see into the past, right? And while he's looking into the past, he has time to meditate. He has time to reassess. He has time to learn about what lessons that he has learned thus far, right? But he's also holding the lamp for other people who are seeking the same answers. So as I was saying to you guys, I know that for some people, this has been a really, really difficult, the isolation, the fact that maybe you're not working or, you're not able to do the things you used to do in the before times, right? It may be that you are worried or that you are fearful. And the truth is, there is nothing to worry about because you cannot change the circumstances. You can only change what you have control over. And this is a situation of which no one has control over it, right? And as I was saying, we all are experiencing the same thing at the same time. So if you are worrying and if you are fearful, this card asks you to meditate, right? To meditate on why you are fearful and what really are your worries and what do they stem from. Because when we come out on the other side into the after times, right, you're going to be able to take what you have learned and apply it moving forward. So when I was saying to you to reach out to people, check on people who may live alone. They may, every day, if you pass them in the hallway or whatever the case may be, they may seem like they're okay. But take a moment to stop and ask them, how are you? Do you need anything? Can I help you with anything? In turn, if you are feeling lonely and isolated, this cuts down on that for you, but it also shows human compassion and caring, and it allows other people to know, you know what, I see you, I understand, and I'm going through the same thing as you are. So you're able to teach people. So whatever lessons that you are learning during this time frame, you have the ability to teach someone else what you have learned, right? And in turn, you may learn something in which they've learned. They can teach you something as well. We will come out of this on the other side. As you can see, the Ouroboros has now turned into the serpent. The serpent is an alchemical symbol, right? It speaks to transformation. It speaks to the shedding of the old and growth of the new, right? It speaks about the healing ability to heal yourself, right? And there you have next to you your wolf, your guardian. Dogs descend from wolves. So this is about understanding that the collective unconscious can be something that is wild and frightening and scary. But if you learn to focus your mind, right, on what it is that you want for yourself, you can domesticate those fears and actually do whatever it is that you want to do. Will this be easy? No, it will not be easy. Will it be probably a long time? Well, again, time is a construct. That depends on you, right? So now we see that the hermit is ready to move forward. After this moment of pause, this moment of feeling alone, perhaps, or maybe even isolated, what I will also say to you is this. There is a difference between being alone and being lonely. There's a huge difference. The truth of the matter is, even if you're standing in a room full of people, you are alone in your own experience of what is happening around you. No one else is experiencing the same thing in that room in the way that you are experiencing it. But yet, collectively as a whole, you all get to share the same experience. I don't know if that made any sense, but this is what my guides are saying to you. So you are always alone. It is the idea of being lonely. And loneliness comes from, I think, a place of sadness, but also it can be a place of introspection. Why do I feel lonely? What do I need to address that issue? Many people are very, very social, and so they miss that idea of being around other people, that particular energy, the interaction that you have. Well, this is the now time. It's not the before times anymore. We're not going to just be able to go back into bars and restaurants and socialize with people. So we're going to have to find other ways to connect to people, to socialize, to enjoy. I've got a friend who throws a Zoom happy hour every week on Saturday nights, and they just talk about, what's been happening and discuss things. So we have at our fingertips the ability to reach around the world, literally, to anywhere and to anybody. Okay? And so this is about finding another way to connect with people that you jibe with, right? Finding your tribe. And there are lots and lots of places for you to find that on the internet. And I know that for some of you, the internet is a scary place. It can be a scary place. It can also be a dark place. So, do your research and reach out to other people. Meetup is a great place to go look for groups. There are lots of other applications out there that are like that, where you can join a local group. And if you don't like the group, you can always unjoin. You know what I mean? And find something until you feel comfortable with it. But the message still stands that we will get through this. It will be difficult. The coronavirus is not going to go away. We cannot wait this out. It is a virus and it mutates. And it will be somewhat like the AIDS virus. There will be no cure for this. And so you have to take practical, reasonable steps, yes, to keep yourself safe and to keep others safe in the population. But nevertheless, we will still move through this. If you can hear my voice and you are alive and breathing, you are moving through this. So you have to take it one day at a time, one step at a time, and do the best that you can do. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. I'm going to say it again. Be kind to yourself and love yourself. Please do not be afraid. Fear can immobilize you. If you're worried about what's going to happen in the future, it's really a futile effort because nobody knows what's going to happen in the future. But what you can do is take practical, reasonable steps to move to where you want to go, to what you want to do, to who you want to be. How do you see yourself on the other side of this? So take this time where everything is kind of at a standstill and take stock of where you've been before, where you are now, and where you'd like to go in the after times. And honestly, this is the way we're going to have to refer to what has happened on this global scale. It was the before times, and now it's the after times. That is, that was then, this is now. And you just have to learn to adapt. Even though this guy may be standing stock still on the top of a mountain, in his mind, he is adaptable. So this is really about learning to free your mind and go places perhaps that you've never gone before, or to go places where you've always wanted to go, but you didn't have the time. And so that is the message. Again, it is to, be patient, be smart and reasonable, and then figure out what you want to do and where you want to go. Because we will be coming out of the other side of this. We will get through it. Life will never be the way that it was before. So don't have any illusions or fantasies about, things are going to go back just the way they were. No, they won't. We will have a new normal. And we're all going to have to adjust to it, right? And so think about what a new normal means for you. And how are you going to move through a new normal? And what do you want to do in the new normal? Okay? It's just a shift. It's just a mental shift and an energetic shift. And so if you've been having difficulty in any area of your life, now is the time to take stock of that and make plans and focus your intentions on changing whatever it is you didn't like about what was before. And we can't go back and redo the before. What we're getting, though, is an opportunity to redo into the new. So it's really like going back to the past to go to the future, which goes back to the past, which brings us back to the future. It is that nodal figure 8 Ouroboros thing. Okay? You can transform your situation. You are more powerful than you know, and you are stronger than you know. And you are courageous. So let's use this Aries new moon and grab the bull by the horns or the ram by the horns and move forward. You can do this. I have every faith. And so that's what I have for you. I now have to go take my car to the mechanic. He's been waiting for me for like 2 weeks. And so I want everyone to have a great day. And thank you so much for tuning in to my channel and for joining Jessica and Natalie and Stephanie and Alicia and myself on both YouTube and Zoom. And probably I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be tweeting out something new tomorrow. I'm taking a new class, and it is quite interesting. And it is actually to help me become more in tune with the tarot and learn a bit more about it. It is really a magical, wonderful, very wise oracle. And so that's it. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Namaste.